Well, what's going on? This is your boy, your homie, your friend, your OG, your big homie, little homie, favorite podcast guru, Raxx McCloud, coming at you with Raxx City 314 podcast. Here we go.
One, two. Shizzle, dizzle. Wow.
Y'all, this is your boy, your homie, yeah, coming at you with this 4/30/2020 podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm at you. I'm at you. All up in your face. All up in your face. Coming at you a little early tonight, and doing this because, man, I want to catch y'all before y'all start going to sleep. All of my people who was up with me that was just chilling, and you know what I'm saying, trying to hang in there with your boy, staying up late night. I appreciate y'all, but you know what I'm saying. I was told by, really, I'm gonna just keep it honest. My brother was like, "Come on, man, do it a little earlier, please, man, because I'll be sleeping. I'll be wanting to catch you, and some of the homeboys do too." I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to start it a little earlier. I mean, really, I just be having a lot of stuff going on. I'll be trying to catch that news so it'll come late, so I can end up with those stories that the news stations don't be trying to drop until 5, 6 in the morning. I could be catching you right at like 11, 12 at night with those stories. So I'll be the first person getting into you fresh, hot off the press. But it is what it is. This your boy Raxx McCloud. We're gonna bring it on to you. We're gonna go ahead and get this show started tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot to talk to y'all about. So we just gonna jump right into it because as you know, this podcast is filled with nothing but politics and entertainment and fun, joy, laughter, encouragement, everything that you need to make you breathe right. You hear what I'm saying? So special shout out to Big Dog, you know what I'm saying, 457. Um, Definitely got to give him the shout out. He the fan of the week. No, I'm sorry, that's Big Dog 357. Um, he's the fan of the week. Definitely somebody who's been following for a long time. I greatly appreciate him. And also, I want to also give a shout out to Geekster. You know what I'm saying? He been chilling with me and jamming with me since Facebook. When I was just doing them solely there without anything, just freshly getting started out. A major supporter. Always got good advice. Always providing good content. You know what I'm saying? Greatly appreciate that. One of these days, I'm going to have both these guys on the show, and we're going to do it on the Fridays, which is going to be Fan Fridays, and we're just going to keep it cracking. Make sure you tune in for Monday. It's going to be Menacing Monday. We're going to have the Menacing Bystander back. We're going to have him back every Monday so he can just menace your weekend, menace the end of your weekend, beginning of your week. He's just gonna be that menacing bystander, the person that's just gonna, you know what I'm saying, cause a little ruckus going on with the show. He just gonna shake it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna kick right into it. All states and local beaches in Orange County must temporarily close. Governor Gavin Newsom says. In which we're going to jump right into that. Pretty much, he says that on Thursday, directed temporary hard close of state and local beaches in Orange County after thousands of Californians flocked to the shoreline there over the weekend in defiance of the statewide stay-at-home order enacted to stem the spread of the coronavirus. The news comes after a memo sent Wednesday evening to the California police chief said that the governor would go further, closing all state and local beaches and parks, a plan Newsom appeared to abandon. The action marks Newsom's most symbolic response to the pandemic so far, as tensions rise over when and how to reopen the state and allow Californians to return to their normal everyday lives. All right. Apparently, you know what I'm saying, with stuff being closed, and this is happening all across the nation. You got people who are still defying those orders. They don't really want to hear none of that. A lot of people just want to get back out. They want to get that sunlight into them when they see that sun shining so brightly, ever so beautifully in the sky. People want to enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? But y'all y'all must realize that we got to curb this damn virus. It does not need to be taking its time affecting more people. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be killed. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to say, this coronavirus is equivalent to a $2 whore on Friday nights that's trying to ride the baloney pony all the way to Chinatown. It's trying to do it, y'all. Y'all gotta understand this. This thing don't care. It ain't got no eyes. It's the silent killer, the blind killer. It's running around with a blindfold on and an AK-47, and it's just told that it's all enemies in the room, but it's one person who innocent, and it's just blind. It don't know. It doesn't even care. It's just releasing, bow, 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 hitting everybody around it. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. And due to that, you want to be checking on the elderly that's inside of the nursing homes because they definitely not get treated right. You also want to make sure that you are doing everything you can to talk around people with anxieties, letting them know that they are not robots, that they are humans, they are allowed to have feelings. But it's up to you, being a good friend, being a good neighbor, to be the type of person that's going to sit there and make sure that you can talk this person down, that you can make them feel at ease, let them know that, hey, everything gonna be all right. We all going through this together. We got to get through this together. We got to march the march, walk the walk, talk the talk. We all got to do it together. You understand what I'm saying? You figure deal with me. You understand what it is? I know you do. We're going to do this one time for everybody who knows that you got to be a helper one to another. All right? We got to do it for the one time. We got to do it for the one time. All right? Let's make it happen, y'all. For real, for real. All right, now check this out. This is another story right now that caught me by surprise when I was reading it. I was like, damn, I thought it was only 2 weeks. But apparently, medical researchers are puzzled over why the coronavirus, which typically lasts about 2 weeks in the body, endures for longer in some patients. Apparently, there was a man where the coronavirus survived in him for 40 days. And, he didn't have any symptoms. He was great. But the virus was in him for 40 days. This happened in Singapore. By his second day in the hospital with COVID-19, Charles Pignall's mild cough and 102-degree fever had disappeared. Bored and bouncing off the walls of his room in the isolation ward at Singapore's National Center for Infectious Diseases, he felt like he could go out and play a set of tennis. All right. Um, the 42-year-old footwear executive told his mother on the phone, I'll be out of here in a couple of days, but Pignall would test positive for the coronavirus for 5 more weeks, despite developing no further symptoms. He wasn't released until the 40th day after he first fell ill, when he finally tested negative 2 days in a row. Cases like his are coming under increasing scrutiny as medical researchers worldwide puzzle over why the coronavirus, which typically lasts 2 to 3 weeks in the body, appears to endure longer in some patients, even relatively young, healthy ones. With studies showing that the asymptomatic patients can transmit the SARS CoV-2 virus, understanding how the virus leaves the body is among the most urgent mysteries facing researchers as governments in the United States and across the world begin to reopen their countries. It marks a perilous time in the evolution of the virus that has killed more than 210,000 people worldwide as social distancing eases. People who don't know they are carrying the virus could unwittingly infect others. Patients who have recovered could have the virus in their systems weeks or months later. All right. Although studies show that the average recovery time for COVID 19 is 2 weeks, nearly all patients are virus free within a month. Less than 1 to 2% of the reasons that we do not know continue to shed virus after that, said some person with a weird name, an infectious diseases physician at the Saw Swee Hawk School of Public Health in the National University of Singapore. All right, those names of those people and those buildings in the Middle East, well, the Eastern areas. A lot of those names are very weird. They're spelled weird, and I'm not gonna start butchering the names. So I'm gonna just call it what it is. These weird ass name places. All right. If you want to know about it, Go look it up. Go check it out. But I told you what I could see, what's there, and it is what it is. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do from there, we're gonna move right along. All right, we're gonna move right along because we ain't got time to focus on that. We got more time to focus on those of you that have recovered. Give y'all a hand clap. Glad that y'all are recovering. It's a good thing. We got a lot of people that's been recovering, and that's what we need to be knowing about right now. The people that are recovering. These people are awesome. Obviously, Mr. Joe Biden, he has an issue with not keeping his hands to himself. He like touching all over people. But this is what we're going to do first. All right. We're going to take one brief second to focus on the word of the day. The word of the day is emblem. All right. It's a picture with a motto or set of verses intended as a moral lesson. All right. That's the word of the day, emblem. All right. One more time, a picture with a motto or set of verses intended as a moral lesson. All right. Now we're going to get into a moral lesson that Mr. Biden should be knowing about right now. And that's putting his hands all over these girls. Because apparently he has a weird little problem with taking his fingers and touching. What's up with these politicians feeling all over people, feeling on the booties? You know what I'm saying? They doing the R. Kelly. They have problems. All right. Now, Joe Biden, I saw this video a couple days ago where Joe Biden actually they caught him in like tons of times where he was touching on, little girls, older women, like putting his hands around their waist, touching on their arms, touching on their backs, they brushing up on their cheeks, like a real creepy type of guy. And he need to cut it out. It's weird. Looks like a old ass Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to make a move on everybody. It's like, come on, man. I mean, at least we could be happy that he ain't one of those weirdos rubbing on little boys and stuff. But still, he's still rubbing on people. He's a social rapist. He needs to stop socially raping people. It's like at this point, it's just him and Donald Trump. I'm just vote for Donald Trump. I at least can be happy that somebody is grabbing girls by the vagina or something, and they're his age. This dude is like, he ain't got no filter. He like touching the little ones and the older ones and in between ones, and he just has a freaking problem. And I don't know what the deal is. Maybe he needs some glasses. Uh, Barack Obama, I'm gonna definitely tell you, you better question Sasha and Malia, man. Make sure they wasn't around him and he was feeling and diddling and dillying around because we need to know about this guy. All right. And I'm gonna tell y'all what this guy has going on. Apparently, there is an accuser, right, that is accusing Joe Biden of sexually assaulting her nearly 30 years ago. He has put Democrats into a quandary as they try to square their support for the Me Too movement with their backing of a nominee who now stands accused himself. All right. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. This guy, we better see something happen to him. We better see them taking him to court. All right, because there's plenty of other people who are being in the spotlight, who have been touching on these girls, fiddling, feeling on their booties. You know what I'm saying? And look what happens. They in jail. Got Harvey Weinstein in jail, doing hard time. He trying to get out. It's like he pulling the Bill Cosby and the Michael Jackson, like, oh my back and all that hurting, walking like his butthole got ruptured right before he went to court. And it's like now he want, oh, I'm in pain. I can't do it. I don't need to be in jail. My health is my health, my health, my health. Who gives a hell? All right. It's people that went to jail who was shot, missing pieces of their body, pieces of organs, all type of stuff. They still locked them up, still marched them to death row, still made them do that bid. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get no break. All right, you get no break, Mr. Biden. You don't get a break. They need to go ahead and bring Bernie Sanders back because right now Bernie Sanders seems like he may have a chance. All right, Bernie, you need to come on back. Jump on back up in there because I think you might just have a good chance to pull this one off. All right, because Joe Biden is showing us that if he became the president, he's going to throw a big old pizza party in the White House. He's going to invite everybody's kid that's in the government to come and show up. And they're going to have one big Pizzagate scandal all over again, headed by Joe Biden. And we don't know who else might be there. Hell, Hillary Clinton might be there. We don't know. All right. Now, we need to watch these folks because there is absolutely no way that we should let feeling on the booty Biden jump up in there because he like feeling on booties and touching on backs and brushing up against cheeks, doing all this type of stuff. And oh, you okay? Taking chins and moving them up. Like, dude, cut it out. It's like your freaking hands been touching on the pins all day. Now you want to touch on people. Cut it out. How are you going to be the president of the United States for the future? And all you're doing is just feeling on booties, man. I mean, God, cut it out. What is your problem? Don't you got a wife or something? Do that to her. I mean, I'm pretty sure that lady be upset. Like, you haven't touched me in over 40 years. Like, come on. Let's have some morals, all right? Be an emblem for the United States. All right. Be a be a and just be an emblem for the United States, man. Gosh, you wear a American flag emblem on your suit. That means something all within itself. But you have to act like a good representation of us. All these political leaders are saying is that, hey, I'm from America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. And we also like to touch on booties every chance that we get. It does not matter what age they are. We just like touching booties. Joe Biden just likes touching booties. All right. Cut it out, Joe Biden. You're sexually assaulting girls and women and stuff. They don't want your old hands touching on them. All right. They don't want your fingers fiddling and dillying around with them. It just, we don't need it. All right. Now we're gonna take a break from feeling on booty biting, and we're going to tell you to please visit our Facebook pages, our YouTube pages, share and comment. You want to visit our YouTube, subscribe, like, share, comment, and don't forget to smash that notification bell. When I talk about smash the notification bell, do like Joe Biden. Take your finger, put it on the mouse, then move it over, go up to that notification bell, and then bing, smash that notification bell for me. I appreciate it. I definitely thank you. You didn't have to do it, but you did. You're a good friend. All right. I don't care what they say about you. I don't care what your neighbor said about you. You're a good friend. All right. Even though them roaches be coming under the threshold of your door, escaping to the front porch, and when the mailman come to ring the doorbell, and that roach be running up to his leg, and you just throw your package on the ground and go ahead and leave, you know, I don't care what they say about you. I don't care that your mattress is on the floor and you gotta sleep. I don't care what they say about you, all right? I don't care what your ex is running around telling everybody about you. That you don't cook, that your food tastes like, bad McDonald's that's just been sitting. The burger was cooked over 30 minutes ago. And the fries, they was cooked over 15 minutes ago. We don't care what your ex said about you. All right. We don't care that your bathroom smell like the basement. All right. I don't care what they say about you. You're a good person to me. I appreciate it because you take care of your friends and you take care of yourself. All right. Regardless of how messed up your car is. You got how you get roaches and ants in your car? Huh? I don't care what they say about you. You get to make it to work. You go from A to B, and you got company to keep you entertained while you driving. You ain't gotta rely on no other humans. At least we know them roaches and them ants ain't gonna be coughing and sneezing all up in your car, giving you the COVID-19. When you in the house during the stay-at-home order, guess what? They in the house with you. They ain't trying to leave. They trying to make sure that you good. Soon as you stop breathing, they're gonna know there's something wrong. All right. They're gonna memorialize you. You hear me? So I don't care what they say about you. You who you are. You're a good person. You're a good person. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about when you put your your feet inside your shoes and they come running up out your shoes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they was making sure you didn't have nothing in there that was gonna stab you in the feet when you put your foot up in there. You know what I'm saying? Because you was walking around all day with a little rock pebble inside of your shoe and it was hurting and you was limping, but everybody thought that something was wrong with you, that you hurt yourself, and everybody kept asking, was you okay the whole day? You know what I'm saying? You just like attention. You just like people to be concerned about you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You do what you do. Ain't nobody gonna judge you. I'm your partner. I'm your homeboy. You alright. You know what I'm saying? You might want to take care of all of that stuff that I named though, because until you do all that, I ain't coming to visit you. I ain't riding in your car, and I'm definitely not picking up none of your clothes and shoes to donate to charity because of what's going on. But that don't mean I'm gonna judge you. That don't mean that I'm gonna treat you any differently. All right. I still love you. Big homie still love you. You hear what I'm saying? It is what it is. Now check this out. I got something else, right? Now, imagine. Let's just imagine, all right? Use your imagination. Take time with it. Just open up your mind and your psyche. Right? Just open it up. All right. Imagine you and about 4, 5 of your homeboy. No. We gotta change that. Imagine it's you and about 15, 20 of your homies. And then you got about 5 of them that's strapped up, you know what I'm saying? And all y'all go to the state house, you know what I'm saying? The Capitol building. You go to the Capitol building, you walking up the steps, everybody all cool, you know what I'm saying? You got some people with some jabots on, you got some people with some polo on, you got some people with some Lacoste on, and you know what I'm saying? Different little outfits, war ready outfits, stuff like that. Y'all all walking up with your little jogging pants, fits on. Somebody got on some fat form, somebody got on some Inichi, you know what I'm saying? Different little outfits going on. Everybody walking up. We can't forget about the dude with the car canal. He coming up there with the car canal. Y'all are marching up there. You know what I'm saying? And then it's some police just standing in the line looking at you. And y'all protesting. You know what I'm saying? Up there tripping with mask on. Well, the police got mask on, but you up there, you ain't got no mask on, and you all up in their face demonstrating. You know what I'm saying? Completely violating the social distancing order. You know what I'm saying? Police checking temperatures before y'all was allowed into the Capitol building, where lawmakers was debating about you know what I'm saying, the coronavirus and the deaths and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He was allowed to come up in there. Well, would that be a change in society? When we say that we move forward, probably would. We would say, yeah, we made some progress now. We was able to do this now. I'm talking about us with this melanin that's popping. But then it turns out that that's just not true because 9 times out of 10, them people get beat down, smacked around, billy club. Somebody probably run out the back with a water hose and get to spraying everybody. It might be somebody coming by with some roach spray just spraying you down because one of the people that's in the group was the person who was in the car with the roaches and all of that. They're coming up in there with the ants all over them and stuff, trying to protest with them. You know what I'm saying? It would knock all y'all out and take y'all to jail. But that was not the case for the group of skinhead white boys who stormed in Michigan's state house in Michigan. In Michigan, all right, they was up there in Michigan giving Governor Gretchen Whitmer, a Democrat, a big issue. He was getting a problem, all right? Now, her stay at home order mandated earlier this month until the 15th of May. She has been hit hard by the coronavirus with 37, a little over 3,700 deaths. She's embarking upon 3,800 deaths. More than 41,000 infections have been recorded across the Midwestern state, mostly in that Detroit metro area. All right, Thursday protest dubbed the American Patriot Rally was organized by Michigan United for Liberty. It called for state businesses to reopen on the 1st of May in violation of state orders. All right. Now, it's legal to bear firearms inside the state house, and several demonstrators were openly carrying guns in the Senate gallery. But some armed protesters reportedly tried to enter the floor of the chamber and were blocked by state police and sergeant at arms. One state senator said several of her colleagues wore bulletproof vests. Footage of protesters outside the building showed them chanting, "Let us in, let us work, and this is the people's house. You cannot lock us out." The virus is here. One demonstrator, Joni George, told the Associated Press, "It's going to be here. It's time to let people go back to work. That's all there is to it." The rally is believed to have been the largest of its type since one in the 15th of April, when Michigan protesters sat in their cars in order to create traffic around the State House. President Donald Trump threw his support behind the demonstrators at the time. Donald Trump. And tweeting, "Liberate Michigan." Some critics said his tweets were an attempt to foment insurrection. All right. Now, this is the problem. All right. Donald Trump believes that he is being, because of that comment with the disinfectant and stuff like that, and then him having problems with his campaign manager on poorly handling like ads and things of that nature, start towards pushing his reelection. Um, he definitely believes that that disinfectant comment really hurt him pretty bad. So I think Donald Trump is going to be right back to the old Donald Trump when he was trying his best on getting elected the first time. And I definitely think that he is banding behind these guys because he wants to campaign. He wants to get out there and let people know, hey, I'm still Donald Trump. I'm still Donald Trump. And I need you, the American people, the good American people, to get out there and vote. Do not listen to those Democrats or none of them. Don't even pay attention to grabbing booties by Biden, because that's all he likes to do. Look at his fingers. He likes rubbing on booties, poking and diddling around. Donald Trump is definitely trying to appeal to the masses now. He's trying to bounce back when he does not realize that in the beginning, when he was running the first time, that he had a lot of people, black people's support just because of him being Donald Trump. He's been like one of those guys in society, of black society, that we all was like, you know what? We just hope to make that money like Trump. Um, he's really an asshole. All right, Donald Trump is an asshole, right? But the thing about him being an asshole is that he's a type of a black asshole. Like, he has the assholish tendencies of a black person, because we can be assholes, and we can have ways where we can be arrogant. We have ways where we can just be, however, we take it to the max. All right. The typical white person, they'll just take it to the steps. They ain't gonna take it to the max. Donald Trump takes it to the max. And that's what we're known for doing, for taking it to the max. You know what I'm saying? Because of the things that we've been through and stuff like that. But this man says a lot of things that tend to cause problems and issues amongst everyone. All right. So for him to ban behind these guys who are up inside of the state house with guns, I mean, these aren't just regular guns. They out there with assault rifles. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I can think of, if I was a police there manning that event, I would think that they're trying to come and be terrorists and terrorized. It is very well, because we can believe this, that Donald Trump is most likely using these demonstrators, right? Just so their faces can be logged, that the American people can know who they are, and then he's gonna wage some type of fantasy war against them. But you know, one thing I can say about Donald Trump is that he is pro you have the right to bear arms. So he kind of stands on the fence and tightrope walk on that fence. That's what he does. So he don't want to piss too many people off on one side or the other side. He wants to be universally balanced and accepted on both sides. But Mr. President, that just can't work, man. A lot of people want you to pick a side. You know, um, me personally, I just think that you should sit down, grab you a nice little shot of maybe some Douce or some Crown Apple, maybe, a little glass of Hennessy. Take you a sip of wines, Moscato if you're not a big drinker. If you can find somebody who got a little tree, take your little puffs off that Magic Dragon, and you know, take a chill pill, man. Chill out because you're not doing anything but making things worse, Mr. President. So just cut it out, man. We don't need you doing all this stuff that you're doing, man. You need to calm down. All right. We want to have a little bit of faith in your Agent Orange. We want to know that we can trust you. We want to know that you won't uh, you won't do anything stupid. Now, one thing I can say is during his 4 years that we haven't seen any type of wars or anything like that. We have seen some strikes and different little black ops type missions, but you know apparently he's listening to someone and following the advice of some people. So let's just hope for the best. Maybe we can make it through and, you know, just see what we can find out. All right. Now, switch gears. All LA County residents, even those without symptoms, can now get tested for COVID-19. Let me repeat that. All LA County residents, even those without symptoms, can now get tested for COVID-19. All right. Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti announces that all county residents are eligible for free COVID-19 testing, the first of its kind step for a major jurisdiction. Um, Pretty much just a critical milestone that must be met before leaders can consider lifting some restrictions. And now he says that milestone is a reality. During the news conference Wednesday evening, Garcetti announced that all city residents are now eligible for free COVID-19 testing, the first of its kind step that's major. Uh, that's major for their city and out of any major city in the U.S. He said the mayor urged our residents to consider getting swabbed, noting that some people who feel fine can still be asymptomatic carriers. You can't put a price on peace of mind and knowing that you can't infect somebody around you, he said. The mayor also said that LA County residents could be tested at sites run by the city of Los Angeles. Garcetti announcement came hours after a grim update from health officials. LA County saw its largest increase in new coronavirus cases reported in a single day since the pandemic began. All right. I'm curious to see how that's going to go, just for the simple fact that they have a hard time giving the homeless people the money that you put inside of the donation box that's along the beaches. Because I asked when I was there, I asked a lot of homeless people because I was concerned when I saw the donation box. I was about to give some money to a homeless person, and then I saw this big ass sign to the right that said, "Do not give money to uh, the homeless because there are programs that are that are going on to help them. Please put the money in a donation box." So I was just looking like, okay. And I was about to put the money inside of the hand of the homeless person, but then I saw uh, I guess it's like a beach policeman or something, whatever you want to call it. But they were walking and they saw me and they started shaking their head like, no, like, don't do it, don't do it. And when I see somebody do that, especially someone with a badge, I'm sitting there like, well, I'm not going to do it because this could either be me getting a fat ass fine, or maybe I'm breaking some type of law, or something that I don't know because I'm not from here. I stay in Missouri. I don't stay in California, so I don't know about the donation box. So I just didn't do it. But I did wait until I walked around Pier, and when I walked around the pier, I went and asked one of the homeless people. Oh, this is when I was in San Diego. Sorry. I walked around the Navy Pier, and then I asked one of the homeless people. I said, "Hey, do you guys get to see any of that money that's inside of those boxes? Like, do they come and do anything for y'all?" And the guy said, "No, we don't see none of that. We don't even know where to go to get help for that." And I was just starting wondering, like, wow, that's amazing. Like, Okay, let me call and see what happened. Like, what does this money do? And they said that the money funds like shelters and food, clothing, things of that nature out there because they have a strict no pedo like for you to not contribute to the peddlers or people that's being the homeless and things of that nature. It's a horrible scene out there. You know what I'm saying? Like tents are up under the highways, things of that nature. It's like every city has it. Every city has homeless people, especially right now. But I found that it was very, very disturbing when I saw this. So for me to see that they're giving free testing right now, it makes me wonder: are they really gonna be giving out free testing? Like, really, really, are you really gonna do this? Really? What's the undertone behind it? You know, is these people gonna be? Are you keeping track of who has it? Like, is all these people who contracted COVID-19 are they part of some type of uh, worldwide database? What? Because it has to be something going on. Has to. All right. But I can't dig too deep into it because I don't want to come up missing. So I'm gonna just leave it right there. Up to your imagination. You figure it out. All right. And when you do, you know what I'm saying? You can post it, but I ain't trying to come up missing. I understand. You can speak on it for a little bit, but you can't like dwell on it because that's when the problems come in. All right. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop acting like y'all know what I'm talking about while you sitting there sipping and doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't judging you. Keep doing whatever you're doing. Just realize at nighttime before you go to sleep, just make sure you pray. Ask for forgiveness and all of that. Do what you got to do to keep your soul straight, to keep yourself right. Keep a good relationship with your spiritual representation. All right, with your heavenly Father or whatever in your religion you call your God. But just realize we all serve the same God. All right, whatever it is, that's what we do. All right, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna move right along. All right, inmates volunteer to make masks for the first responders. When health officials sounded the alarm on the state of the country's PPE, which is personal protective equipment, stockpiles, officials at the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Department were concerned. It was mid-March and coronavirus cases was already surging across the country, including in California. The department knew the best solution was to find an alternate way to source PPE for its first responders and frontline workers. The question was how. Meanwhile, in the Santa Barbara County Jail, a group of inmates was also concerned about the pandemic. 22 of them decided to approach uh, DeAndre DeAndre Smith, uh, inmate services manager at the jail, and expressed their interest in doing something to help their community fight spread of the coronavirus. Before Smith was able to come up with a way herself, Santa Barbara County officials reached out to her. She said, expressing the need for help making face shields and masks from scratch. I don't know how to feel about that, being that the jails were having coronavirus and fairly easy for that to spread inside of the jail. Um, Now they're making face masks and stuff like that. Something that's very, very interesting to me. I'm not saying that, they're not doing this out of goodwill and good faith. I'm just saying that in time where we don't have any 100% information about this coronavirus and how it moves, affects people, things of that nature. Um, why would we want to have people that's in those risky scenarios making face masks? That's like having the healthcare officials in the hospitals sitting on their off time making masks. All right, it's just something that we don't want to think about. We don't want to know if that's exactly what's going on, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Why can't the health department just hire a bunch of people and make sure they're 100% healthy and all of that, and they're able to test you, put you through some room that shoot disinfectant type smoke or steam or whatever over you that kills. Y'all know what I'm talking about in the movies when you walk through the door and then before you can go through the other door, all this smoke and stuff, just and then you can proceed on through. I mean, make my head itch just thinking about it. They should figure out other ways to make things like this happen. All right. I'm just baffled. I'm stunned. All right. Flabbergasted. Now I'm using words. Flabbergasted. Meanwhile, the White House has ordered 100,000 more body bags. All right, I'm gonna just leave that on your mentals to think about that. All right, ex-Cowboys first round pick Charlton uh, released by the Dolphins. All right, this happened. Uh, wow, this is interesting. On Thursday, well, today, happened this afternoon. 25-year-old was released by the Dallas Cowboys, who drafted him 28th overall in 2017. On September 18th, 2019, Dolphins claimed him on September 19th. Um, he was signed to a 2-year, $2.5 million deal, which was a bargain. And let's see, Motley Fool CEO issues 2020 double down, um, which absolutely has nothing to do with that, but I felt it was very interesting. But okay, Charlton recorded two forced fumbles, 5 sacks, 21 tackles across 10 games, 5 starts for the 5-11 fans last season. There was reportedly writing on the wall that his time in Miami was coming to an end. Um, Pretty much, I really don't even know what to think about that. Sports is something that is very um, it's interesting to know, but you never know what's going to happen during the off season. So it's always something to expect. It's been a lot of activity going on during this pandemic during sports. Michael Jordan, people still want to compare Michael Jordan and LeBron. Absolutely hurts my head because, you know, I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about this. All right, I'll piss some people off. This is the moment to piss you off. All right, Michael Jordan. While I was growing up, Michael Jordan was cool. He was alright. You know what I'm saying? The greatest players that I had ever seen play because he was probably one of the only greatest players that I had ever seen play. Everybody else pretty much sucked. I mean, it was what it is. It was what it was. I mean, like during my time, the greatest point guard was to me it was between Steve Kerr, John Stockton, and Reggie Miller. I mean, that's who I thought was like the greatest 3 point shooters. That's how I felt. Now, when it came down to people like Michael Jordan, I mean, it was like to me, it was Michael Jordan. It was a lot of people forgot about Dominic Wilkins. Dominic Wilkins was awesome to me. Also like Magic Johnson. He was awesome to me. I also liked, you know, when T Mac came into the picture. I liked him. But, he came just a little bit after, in the 90s. He just came a little bit later on. Let me see, who else can I think of? I liked Chris Webber. Also liked, let's see, so a lot of, man, Grant Hill was awesome. Um, I can't forget about Allen Iverson. He was just like, man, like AI had the handles. He was like that guy. I mean, dude, I watched him quite a few games give Jordan the business. But people like to compare Jordan to LeBron. See, LeBron came right out of high school, fresh out of high school. So he had more years um, that when he finally retires, he's gonna been and played more years than Jordan. I mean, just gonna be a fact. But it's like LeBron came out of high school busting ass. He was a good player coming out of high school. You know what I'm saying? That's interesting enough all within itself. You know what I'm saying? So how would a LeBron fresh out of high school fared up against Michael Jordan at that time? You know, I'm pretty sure that Jordan would have been looking at LeBron like, "Whoa, you're a pretty dynamic kid, man. You know, you got it as a kid, man. Playing this grown man's game with grown men. Um, it's interesting. It's interesting. But I mean, me personally, right now in this life, I just believe that LeBron is a great player. He's awesome. You know what I'm saying? He's like the future of the NBA. I mean, he's already like a living legend right now. You know, a lot of people like to say he's a bum and he's trash and all this stuff. But, you know, it is what it is. LeBron is just a great player. And it would take, you know, another, what, 5 years for him to really, really show people that there's not going to be anybody else that's going to be able to achieve a lot of the achievements that he's going to been in, went through in his life. So he deserves the respect. Um, I mean, he just really does. Michael Jordan already played, guys. He already did his thing. Let the man stay retired. uh, Give him the due respect that he deserves by telling him, yeah, man, when you were playing, you were the greatest player ever. And you're 9 times out of 10 right now going to go down as one of the greats. But don't say he is the great. It's just going to go down as one of the greats. All right. It's going to be a lot of greats. You know what I'm saying? But to me, LeBron James is just a force to be reckoned with. He gets his team involved in the game. Jordan was a ball hog, all right? That's my mom used to complain about that. My mom, she loved the Pistons. She used to love John Stockton. All right. She used to root for the Bulls to lose all the time. She just didn't like Jordan's personality, you know. And I felt where she was coming from. I didn't like Jordan's personality either. He was just like one of them guys who, you know, he was real, like, I got this, I got this, I got this. I'm gonna show you what's up. You know, the Pistons used to, man, Pistons used to whoop on the Bulls. I'm talking, they used to beat them up, beat Michael Jordan up. Like Michael Jordan used to get beat up. I remember that. He used to fall a lot of times, get knocked down a lot of times coming in there, you know, trying to get a dunk off. But when it did happen, yeah, they would be pissed off, but they was always attacking Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have to understand that the Pistons definitely had something called the Jordan rule. So they will give him the business. They will make him uh, regret coming on the court to play against them. I saw Michael Jordan talking about the Pistons, and I promise you that man looked like he wanted to cry. Like that really, like playing against them messed up his soul. You know what I'm saying? It made him feel like he was just not wanted in the NBA. And you know, it was what it was. But I like LeBron. LeBron is good. You know, he's one of the greatest of all times. And I think by the time he's done, when he retires, he's probably going to be a number one all across the board in majority of the spots. I noticed one thing that when LeBron noticed that he's about to break a record in some other area, he adjusts the way that he plays. You get what I'm saying? Like if he noticed that, hey, I'm about to be uh, beating blah 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 to become number two in steals. So guess what? He gonna spend some games where he ain't doing nothing but doing all steals. He gonna still put up numbers, but he gonna be making sure that he's really really attacking it when it comes down to the steals or when it's coming down to the assist or you know, oh, I'm about to get ready and pass blah 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 to become number two for most points scored. Then he's just gonna go in the game. He's just gonna be like, hey, just feed me the ball. Just feed me the ball. He gonna stay on the 3 point line. He gonna stay getting them fast breaks, coming in, doing what he got to do. That's a LeBron. You know what I'm saying? He goes after areas so that he can make sure that he's solidifying those areas. You know what I'm saying? By far a great player. That's just how I feel, guys. It's just how I feel. You hear me? So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try and find the recipient for the Takachi Award for the day. You feel what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna summon the digital authorities because we want them to go and find our story for the day. Digital authorities, where are you? Oh, there you go. Thanks for showing up, digital authorities. Officer, find them. We're going to go ahead and look for our story for the day, for the Takachi Award. So, for those of you who do not know what the Takachi Award is, it is an award given to people who do dumb things and get idiotic results, or do stupid things and get idiotic results, or however you want to put it. You're doing things that you know the result is not going to be good. All right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to, immediately found somebody stupid. Man, this guy is stupid. Has to be a dummy. Oh man, I'm gonna roast him so good. I'm just gonna love to roast this guy. All right. This story is the owner of Fats Pizza in Tuscardio is suspected of robbing another Fats Pizza restaurant. The cops apprehend the suspect, one Daryl Allen, 38, who apparently owns another Fats Pizza location 15 minutes away. Allen was arrested for robbery, kidnapping, and carrying a loaded gun with intent to commit a felony, carrying a loaded gun inside a vehicle, possession of a silencer, removing the serial number from the firearm, carrying a firearm while masked to hide identity, possession of controlled substance while armed, and possession of metal knuckles. Oh man. Let's go to the story.
Here's the latest. Paso Robles police say the owner of Fatty's Pizza in Atascadero robbed Fatty's Pizza in Paso Robles last night. Police responded to reports of an armed robbery at around 10:15 p.m. Employees in the restaurant say a man with a gun came and stole money from the registers. They say he asked them to turn the lights off and go to the back of the building. Employees were able to get out through the back of the building and saw a white Tundra leaving the area. San Luis Obispo County Sheriff's deputies found a truck matching that description in the In-N-Out in Atascadero and arrested 38-year-old Daryl Allen. Police say Allen told them he owns Fatty's Pizza in Atascadero. Police found a gun, large amounts of cash, and drug paraphernalia in the truck. Allen was taken into custody for robbery, kidnapping due to forcing the employees into a different location at the restaurant, and several weapons charges. Fatty's Pizzas are all owned independently and operated separately.
All right. Now, Daryl Allen, you have to be the most stupidest idiot on the face of this planet. It doesn't make any type of sense that you would sit up and own a restaurant and then go clean across the city to go and rob another restaurant that you own and think that you had this on lock. What in the Robert Downey Jr. was wrong with you? I do not understand why you thought you can get away with that. And you was riding around in a white Toyota Tundra. A Toyota Tundra. This is absolutely not, this is absolutely not the type of vehicle that you would want to be riding around in. But it just doesn't make any type of sense that with that type of vehicle that you have, like one of my uh, um, viewers is saying right now, you would think he would have been smarter. You know what I'm saying? And the last mofo that the cops would look at, and that's right because it's a Toyota Tundra. You know what I'm saying? You're a white guy with a bald head. You know your upper 38, so you look like a 38-year-old white man. So you wouldn't think they would be trying to look for you for robbing a pizzeria that you own. God, just so freaking stupid. All you had to do was just go there when the store was closed, open it up, go in there, take the money, and just leave. They would have had to call you the next morning and say, "Hey, we're missing our whole deposit." Okay, we're gonna find out what's going on. I mean, you could have handled that in so many ways, but apparently the meth and the heroin was just completely clouding your brain. You probably smoked a blunt too, and it just threw everything off. It's like, come on, man. Come on, Daryl Allen. Come on, Daryl. Your name is Daryl. Daryl Allen. Come on, you got two first names. All right? And you're 38 and you look like you're in your 40s. Come on, Daryl Allen. What do they call you? Mr. Daryl or Mr. Allen? Which one? But I know you're throwing people off with the double first name. Freaking stupid idiot. Man, you don't even get it done tat today. You are going to get a hairstyle, being that you're bald head. We're going to call great clips and have all of the great clips, barbers and beauticians and stylists, whatever you call them at great clips. They can't be the same as what's inside of a regular barbershop. So whatever they are in there, stylist. We're gonna get all the stylists to make you some type of wig that resembles a freaking Daryl, you just really pissed me off. You are a stupid idiot. You have a dumb face, a large head, very, very pale. You need to sit outside in the sun, throw on some cooking grease, and just get some complexion on yourself. Don't mess with the suntanning lotion. Leave it alone. You need to just go ahead and let yourself cook. Lay there. Lay there. And when you start peeling and feeling all jacked up and crispy, turn over. All right. And when that side feels the same way, turn over. Just keep turning over every time you feel like that. Eventually, you'll start thinking like an actual person who knows what they're doing when you're doing something like that. All right. Because that's just dumb. You the dumb, freaking stupid. Man, we're gonna let all the stylists and great clips make you a hairstyle that has a nice tall point to it. Maybe you can look like a Who, one of the Who people from Whoville. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let you be up there with the Grinch that stole Christmas or the Grinch that stole something that robbed Fatty's Pizza. We're gonna let you stand up there on the top, on the very, very tip, and we're gonna just get to look at you, see how stupid you are. The rest of us are gonna be down in Whoville, laughing, having fun. We're gonna let you feel real, real stupid, you stupid idiot. And you know what? We're gonna let our fan of the week. We're gonna let his comment. We're gonna let the comment of him. We're gonna just let you cook with your dunce hair. It's gonna smell. Got tons of mousse up in there. Just gonna be stuck. Every time you move, it just ain't gonna do nothing. It's just gonna we're gonna let you look stupid. All right, Jack in a Box. That's how you would look like Jack from Jack in a Box. All right, big stupid freaking idiot, idiotic Terry, whatever. It's your two first names. You get a foghorn so we can hear when you coming. Cause you dumb. You might as well have had this on your Toyota Tundra as you was driving away, so the police could have found you even faster because they found you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Hit it a third time. Cause you was stupid. Goodness, man. And you'll probably listen to the sound and be like, it's time for hockey to start. Freaking idiot. Freaking dumb. Gosh. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta rest this little vein right here. When I get upset, just start pulsating. Just pulsates. Just I don't know. Extra blood because the person was stupid. Big dummy. Daryl Allen. Daryl Allen. You are worse than the man who has two last names. His last name is his first name, and his last name is his last name. You just freaking dumb. All right? That's all I can say about you. Your eyes just look like two marbles that's just too close together. Like somebody shot it and hit the other one like very, very lightly, and they just like this. All right? Your nose is real, real long. It looked like you could snort a line from off of a cloud. You know, while you standing on the ground, Mr. Long Nose Pelican Man. You probably the one that left baby pelican on the side of the riverbank that I found. little baby Moses, Pelican baby. No, 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 you're not. Because my baby Moses, Pelican baby, he does not associate himself with stupid idiots like you. All right? You need to be branded. You need to be branded. That's what you need to be. Just branded with being a dumb idiot. All right? And we're just gonna move on past you because every time I think about you, you're making my bowels just act weird. Just thinking about you. Crazy man. Don't know what's up with you. All right. Now, to all of my people who tuned in, I thank you all for tuning in. I definitely appreciate it. You all need to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have you a fantastic night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. If they do, I want you to go find Mr. Daryl Allen, get the gun that he had with the silence on it. They got the electrical tape taped all the way around to the end. Like, man, like the tape is gonna melt, man. When the bullet passes through it, take that gun with the silence on it. And those bed bugs that's in your bed, make sure you ain't got nobody laying next to you. If you do, kick them on off the bed, move them on out the way. Shoot each and every last one of the bed bugs. Scoop their little dead bodies up and throw them inside of Daryl Allen's hair with that mousse. And make sure you use an iron so that you just crisp it on up so he can have them all in his head. That way, when he do something stupid, his head will start itching and he can, what I'm saying, scratch his head and try to figure out that's what he should do. All right. And mind you, the hair is not his real hair. We had the stylist of Great Clips make that dunce hat for him out of all the little messed up clippings that was all on the floor. They just made him some hair. All right. We gonna do that. All right. Daryl Allen made me upset tonight because he was stupid. And we're just gonna add him right into Duntsville where he belongs with the other other Takashi Award recipients. We're gonna make sure that he actually is he might deserve to be a councilman of Duntsville. All right. We're gonna give that to him. All right. You all have a fantastic night. Great night. I will see you all tomorrow and we're going to chop it up. We're going to have fun and we're going to make sure that we keep it live, fresh, and funky. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do what we got to do. This is your boy, Raxx McCloud, signing out from Raxx City 314. Thanks for hanging with me tonight. Peace out. Take care of yourselves and each other.